Test Site Beta, Royal Navy, Gate of Avalon, Silver Mirror Lake. 4 hours after the departure of the Queen's Light, Helena Meta and Memphis Meta arrived at the Gate of Avalon on schedule. There, they boarded a car off the train left behind by Queen Elizabeth Meta and dove into the Silver Mirror Lake alongside Miss D. The train door slowly opens amidst Miss D's yelling and the announcements using her voice data. After Helena and Memphis exit first to confirm it's safe, I walk out alongside Miss D and take my first stabs into the mysterious whale. Assistant! Assistant! Look! Look! This is my whale! It's big, huh? Way bigger than Elizabeth's dumb train! As soon as we've alighted, Miss D turns to me proudly. She acts as if she knows everything about the whale, but I know that isn't true. Don't play with Death's Shadow, okay? I need to look around with metas. Okay, let's go, Stalker. My assistant has important work to do. After calming her down, I start by surveying my surroundings. First impression of the whale's interior is that it's a space of raw chaos. This space, designed by Elizabeth, is a safe place to search. It's approximately 300 meters in length and 200 meters in width. Highest point is nearly 100 meters high, but some spots only have 2 meters of vertical space. What's striking of all, though, is that the structures and machines here hang down from the ceiling. So, any thoughts? My first reaction is that it certainly wasn't made for human use. Clearly not. Is there anything else, though? Any sense you've seen it before, or any memories it might bring back? I don't know. It's like I'm seeing a tourist attraction for the first time. This is off topic, but like, those circular things on Helena's rigging sort of remind me of the Super Smash Bros. Logo. I know I'm insane, but like... Commander, I pulled apart of the floor and found a control panel. Can you try authenticating? You pulled up the floor? I did it safely after sound structural analysis. I'll put it back when we're done, I promise. I follow her to the exposed control panel. Attempt authentication. Nothing changes on the panel. Nothing happened. My anti-2 system credentials have always come in handy when I needed them, but this time, it failed me. Sorry, Helena, but I don't think this deal will get us anywhere. Have you found anything? I've been trying to hack into the system here since we arrived. I have found one thing. When Devil seized this place, he added a bunch of things to the security layer. I'll have to remove them one by one. Others have told me the Devil's trying to take control of the whale. He mentioned up behind pitfalls to stop others from catching up while she's hacking it. Devilish, isn't it? Honestly, yeah. Commander, I've uncovered another control panel. Can you try again? Shh. Keep this off, and Miss D's gonna notice. Delay digging around for now, wait for Helena to work her magic. Yes, Commander. Do you all hear that? It's like an earthquake. Ah! This is bad. The whale's escaping again. Escaping? You're saying the whale is turning on? Yeah. We turn my whale on. Out with it! Something is terribly wrong. Commander, we must retreat at once. Ooh, yeah, we gotta get out of here, or else the whale's gonna take us with it. The struggle quickens. Desperately trying to set sail for new worlds. As it rumbles, Helena, Memphis, and even the Queen's Light's cars begin to blur as the whale tries to expel them. She's got us. Memphis, stay by me. Select the commander. Try to find you. Go, compiler. A blue current rises forth and compiler appears, equipped with her rigging. Orders received. Protect the commander at all costs. Delay proposed until you hear from me. Helena! Commander, don't leave compiler's side. I'm going to find you ASAP. The shaking intensifies further until the men disappear. I can barely feel the presence of compiler and Miss D. And then, everything goes silent. The world turns pure white. That's bad. Test site, Royal Navy, 5th Combat Sector. Near target ruins. When Elizabeth Meta began her examination, the world underwent a great change. The buds of the full moon, which typically only flickered in or out of existence, began to glow one after another. Extra-dimensionals laid dormant across the world suddenly turned violent. Glorious received countless alerts from more than 20 combat sectors all at once. Everyone, the situation is rapidly deteriorating. Extra-dimensional hordes have awakened. The likelihood of a beastly tide has dramatically increased. 2 days to remain here. Let's return to the Rose Tower and plan countermeasures. Rapidly deteriorating, you say? Is Willies of the Pupae suddenly glowing? I can't be certain about anything yet. Your Majesty, we must ready the train for departure. Miss Elizabeth? Elizabeth did not respond to her address. This is bad. Your Majesty, she can't hear us. It was then that everyone noticed something off about her. Her eyes were closed tight. She didn't react to anyone's calls, as if she'd fallen into a deep sleep while still standing. Even I've never seen something like this. Sheffy, what's wrong with her? Majesty is in a very distant place. Her consciousness may be temporarily absent. There must be a big secret behind the destruction of the synchronization device. Like it, glorious. The other Elizabeth is busy examining the destruction of the device, so she won't be able to act for the time being. Let's send us 2 groups. Sheffield, lead the menace to protect this place until she continues her examination. Everyone else aboard the Mezzotech and return to the Rose Tower. I trust you'll allow us to board, dear Governor. I'd be offended if you didn't. Will you ever here alone? Perhaps she could be transported to the Mezzotech and brought back to the tower? We must remove. Do not worry, we will keep her safe. Oh, I'll dispatch some pawns to protect her. Sounds like a plan. Chop chop, Cleopatra, we're in the Mezzotech. Yes, Miss Governor, sending now. Meanwhile, somewhere in the tower, position indication jammed again. It must be a magician. Shh! I should have kept watch here and had Memphis take Vestal with her instead. Stay calm, Helena. This is her doing. The commander's life shouldn't be in danger. Even still, it doesn't mean there's no danger whatsoever. That insane woman's directly picking a fight with me. No. Deactivate that trap the instant I left. The timing is too convenient. The devil may not need the whale next to her. That doesn't mean she'll readily give it away to anyone who wants it. The magician's directed appearance would change things. I see. That's why Devil kept the inside of the whale under such scrutiny when it was in Elizabeth's hands. Is she working with Devil, or is she simply using her? I don't know yet, but... I've been blind. Even if Devil no longer needs it, she isn't the only one who would have a use for it. The magician is just after the whale. She's after the commander, too. Why? This is awful. I can't idly sit by any longer. I felt this expedition can supplement the data missing from the tower's database. Let's pass more information onto the Ashes. Once the light fades, I find myself in a wasteland I've never seen before. The dark blue whale has turned yellowish black and shrunk to about 2 meters in size. It floats for a few centimeters above the ground, making it look like an amusement park ride for children. Hey, assistant! Look, I can ride it! I can even fly around on it! My stalker's got it too! This trip turned out pretty rad! Woohoo! Whale flying! Whale flying! See, gratefully rides the whale. Apparently now sees this terrifying situation as a fun little trip. Meanwhile, Compiler... already built a command center? Your compiling speed is jaw-dropping. Not especially. Confirming information in our environs. According to the topographical map, we are currently in the Vale of... Glamorgan in southern Wales. Analysis of the land composition yields trails of fierce combat in the past. However, there have been no major battles here in the past 3 years. Outside signal left by me, my compiler. However, there is no mainframe or similar vessel nearby. Hypothesis. This is a test site, but the instrumentation division has been destroyed. Learned all that just now? Impressive. Not especially. Damage situation analysis. Recommendation. Go to the nearby building to rest. No thank you. I don't get to see you work often, so I'd like to observe. Do as you please. And throughout our conversation, she doesn't stop her analysis. A flock of microdrones flies out of her rigging. Some go up in the sky, some dig underground, and yet others fly toward the ocean. What are you doing now? I'm only able to use local resources at this moment. Without my mainframe, my capacity is limited. Thus, I am searching for repairable and dormant facilities in order to bolster my resources. If possible, I prefer to build a new mainframe as soon as possible. There. I've had an integrated coastal military module that is worthy of repair. Think of it as a modular base that has not been assembled. Good. The defense module and mass production module are both intact. We can construct the mass-produced escort fleet to defend ourselves. Sirens are incredibly efficient. Not especially. As for means of travel... Whale! Ride my whale, get on! Rhys, please fall on deaf ears, as Compiler transforms part of her rigging into a sort of hovering armored vehicle. Whale? Or truck? So whale, but your thing's pretty cool too. Wise decision, let us go. I wanna ride Optimus Prime, what the fuck you talking about? Never sure how long to make these episodes. Elizabeth Meta wandered through the empty void. Did we fall into a trap? Or did the real perpetrator leave traces when destroying the device? Narrowing her eyes, she squinted at the nothingness. Then she crashed into the earth like a meteorite. After that, she and the extra-dimensionals went on a rampage. They crushed the resistance of everyone in their path, the warships, the ship girls, and the sirens. The world was enveloped in deathly silence, and the space reverted into a void. This isn't it. Let's focus harder. Let's find the moment the inaccuracy synchronized or disappeared. Our time sharpened her focus and fixated on the nothingness. In response, the nothingness began to assume a new appearance. It became the interior of a building with advanced technology. Light shone brightly, and the air was abuzz with voices. There, we found it. Elizabeth walked through the crowds in the halls, heading to the room where the synthesizer was stored. Then she saw something, or somebody, standing in front of the device. It was you who broke it. What in the world are you? Blast it, we need insights. A ruined wasteland. The extra-dimensionals formed a horde, and the buds of the full moon were squirming. The monsters were approaching frighteningly fast. Elizabeth Meta was asleep at the device. A team of Meta ship girls was the only thing holding the front line. Know your place. A voice from a higher dimension broke Elizabeth's concentration, making the world fall apart for an instant. I think I was right. I've for a while been saying the Starbase was the sign of an Arbiter. I think that thing that broke the device is the star, like the Arbiter in question. The Starbeast? What would have to do with what we just saw? Go back. Who do you think you are giving us orders? Continuing with the insights. The ruined wasteland again. Buds of the full moon unfolded their sepals. Cities of the hinterlands, earth, mountains, and rivers. The surface of the sepals reflected many landscapes. Is each bud its own artificial singularity? Do they activate hundreds of singularities in one world all at the same time? Wait, what's that golden shine? Camelot? And a meta-vampire is there? Is that the other Elizabeth's world? That world, with a radiant lighthouse. Is that where light is from? What is this? These connect to the worlds of all those who've come here? No, that cannot be true. The light of a firefly cannot compare to the radiance of the stars. Go back. The pressure from the higher dimension pushed on her again. The situation demands it. We must see the rest. We must take a risk. Even a weak firefly can pursue the lights. Insights. Desolation and ruination. Countless wrecks were piled up beneath the buds of the full moon. The horde of extra-dimensionals rushed incessantly towards the pupae, only to be torn to ribbons by the entrances of the singularities. We can't pass through the singularities. There was no end to the horde, and their corpses kept piling. This shell of a world was turning into a graveyard for beasts. I am the Starbeast. Shut up with you. Insights. At last, the wasteland had morphed to a world of corpses. Even the sea was turned white with their remains. Time passed, and eventually something changed. A new adversary was born amidst the wreckages. It rose from the heap of extra-dimensional corpses and charged at the buds of the new moon. This time, it passed through in one piece. One by one, the many scenes reflected in the buds were reduced to silent, dead barrens. What is that? Some sort of new mimic entity? A mimic entity was born from the wreckage of extra-dimensionals? Is this the future that awaits this world? Was its fate sealed the moment the synchronizer was destroyed? No, could it be? Insight. The world vanished in an instant into the void. Elizabeth could neither think nor feel. Her very presence began to fade, its moment of time stretching on for an eternity. Curses. Return to the Queen's lights. Elizabeth suddenly collapsed during her examination. Your Majesty, what happened? You look dreadful. Forgive me, I should not have used that word. Get us out of here. Take the train to the Rose Tower.